I am Alisha Hodge, and I go to Wheatley High School. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I have 5 siblings, now 6, counting the baby sister my mother had just a year ago. Growing up, we lived in many places, and it was really difficult trying to juggle between schoolwork and family life. My mother tried her hardest growing up, but it wasn't enough. Despite of her alcoholism, sometimes we would have little to eat, sometimes a lot to eat. It would just depend on if she had food stamps or not. So I had to step up the plate and make sure at least we would go to school every morning. I always had to take care of my 4 younger siblings, my 2 autistic brothers, and my 2 little sisters. I remember being 9 years old, and my mother, she rented out a hotel room for us because we didn't have another place to go. The next morning, she had to go to the grocery store. She gave me a secret knock to open the door for her when she came back home. So someone knocked on the door. I thought it was my mother forgetting the secret knock, and I opened it, revealing a terrified maid instead. So she left, the cops came, threw us in this cruiser, and we went to the CPS office. It took a toll on me. I became very depressed. I had to encourage myself and ask myself why. I ended up failing 5th grade. And that was probably one of the biggest challenges I had to face, just overcoming, retaking classes, and dealing with my own emotional health because I just didn't find a reason to keep going. My dad tried to take me out of my mother's custody from her alcoholism, but he sent us to San Antonio instead. We lived with our aunt. We went to San Antonio for a year, and during that year, my mother came down to San Antonio to announce that the house got burned down. My father moved out a year after we moved back to Houston, when I was 13. We were homeless. We were living in a hotel room, barely surviving. In October 2018, my mother got arrested. It was my mother's final straw towards child abandonment and alcoholism and everything that she's done in her life. Currently, I am homeless. I was in foster care twice, and despite of being in foster care and things, I have always just encouraged myself to just keep going. So my family, my siblings is the reason why I keep pushing myself every single day till graduation. I just had to be a better role model to my siblings. Now that I'm a senior, I finally get to see the change that I've seen with my siblings throughout time. Like, my sister is becoming an engineer. My autistic brother can now speak to people. My other sisters are now following a path of my other younger siblings. I'm just so happy that I'm able to put an image of their head of what success looked like under my success. Beating the odds to me means to be resilient, to have grit, keep going, never give up. I have to prove myself to other people that I can do this. I have to, for myself and my family. My name is Alisha Hodge, and I beat the odds.